Okay, guys, we're back. We've been getting, honestly, I didn't expect to get this many subscribers and likes from all this stuff about Canadian politics and stuff like that. But we still got to do some videos about AI, guys. Listen, we're an AI agency here, so we still got to talk about AI. And I just saw this video come up from CNN, the Godfather of AI, Jeffrey Hinton, warns AI has progressed faster than ever thought. And I got to tell you guys, mainstream media does everything that they can to bash AI, scare you guys, make you think AI is going to come and take your jobs. I can tell you right now, a lot of the job losses you're seeing across the board, tech industry, manufacturing, real estate, it's because of a trash economy, guys. And that economy is scary to a lot of people who aren't, in a place where they're resilient to the changes in the marketplace. But as someone who builds the agents, the AI agents themselves, like literally, I train guys on how to build these agents. It takes a long time. It takes weeks, months. Some of them we've been working on for almost 2 years. So, the whole AI is going to replace your job thing, maybe over the span of 10, 20, 30 years. That'll give you some time to figure out what to do. But, it's not, AI isn't here knocking on your boss's door saying, hey, we want to replace people. AI is trying to make businesses more efficient so that they can become more profitable, so that they can hire more people. And if you disagree with me, leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Has AI taken your job? But I want to see what CNN has to say about AI. CNN is extremely political from when I was watching it during the first Trump term. Hilarious. But let's get into it. Let's see what Mr. Tapper has to say about AI and this Godfather of AI warning people about it.
2025 was the year artificial intelligence, or AI, took the world by storm, impacting nearly every aspect of our lives. Time magazine named the architects of AI its Persons of the Year, crediting them with, quote, transforming the present and transcending the possible. AI has an enormous potential to change our world for the better, driving innovation and productivity, accelerating scientific breakthroughs, and helping to solve our most intractable problems. But AI could also make millions of jobs obsolete and fuel the loneliness epidemic, and further warp our ability to distinguish between fact and fiction. So today, in a special episode of State of the Union, we're going to devote the entire hour to this one topic: how this technology is up.
We're not going for an hour, guys. 10 minutes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to speed this up. Got to get more into this because listening to these anchors talk and going on and shit, it's not my thing. Well, let's go.
Bending the status quo, where AI goes from here, and whether the benefits actually outweigh the risks. And joining me now is the man credited with laying the foundation for the AI revolution, the Godfather of AI, Nobel Prize-winning computer scientist Jeffrey Hinton. Professor, thanks for joining us. So your research on neural networks paved the way for this modern AI boom. I interviewed you 2 years ago, right after you quit Google, and you first began warning the world about what you saw as the risks of AI. When you look at how AI has progressed since then, are you more or less worried about it?
I'm probably more worried. It's progressed even faster than I thought. In particular, it's got better at doing things like reasoning and also at things like deceiving people.
What do you mean by deceiving people?
You notice how he immediately went to deceiving people right off the bat? Meanwhile, the reasoning side of AI is extremely valuable. In order for AI to start deceiving people, you have to give it instructions to do so. That means the operator or that AI operator is deceitful. So I'm going to tell you right now, CNN sows fear like none other. I watched them during the first Trump administration, watched them during the second one. If they are not sowing fear, they are not getting paid, guys.
So an AI, in order to achieve the goals you give it, wants to stay in existence. And if it believes you're trying to get rid of it, it will make plans to deceive you so you don't get rid of it.
NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang said recently about AI, quote, every industry needs it, every company uses it, and every nation needs to build it. This is the single most impactful technology of our time. Do you agree with that assessment?
I agree that it's the single most impactful technology of our time, yes.
That's the CEO of NVIDIA, the guy powering all of the AI infrastructure in the entire world, said it's the most important technological event or advent in the history of humanity, guys. Just take that in. That's the CEO of the guy, the company making the chips. He's selling it to like everyone in the entire world. Like, I don't know how much more important I can stress that AI is, but we got goobers like this coming on and saying that it's a bad thing, or it's going to be terrible for humanity, or whatever they're trying to allude to. I really do feel like these media engines are just fear machines, so that you can come back and watch more and be more afraid, and watch more and be more afraid. Like, it's pathetic to me, guys. That's why I do these reactions.
Yes.
Do you think the AI revolution could have a similar impact on society as the creation of the internet, or even the Industrial Revolution in the 18th century, or even bigger than that?
Bigger.
I think it's at least like the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution made human strength more or less irrelevant. You couldn't get a job just because you were strong anymore. Now it's going to make human intelligence more or less irrelevant.
Now, you and we in the media tend to focus on some of the downsides of AI. There are positives, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't have worked on it early on. A lot of people are working to use this technology to benefit humanity as well, to lead to advances in medicine and the like. But you think the risks from AI outweigh the positives?
I don't know. So there are a lot of wonderful effects of AI. It'll make healthcare much better. It'll make education much better.
Wow.
It'll enable us to design wonderful new drugs and wonderful new materials that may deal with climate change. So there's a lot of good uses. In more or less any industry where you want to predict something, it'll do a really good job. It'll do better than people were doing before, even things like the weather. But along with those wonderful things...
So take that in, guys. He just listed off like world-changing shit, guys. Literally, medicine, healthcare. Like, I don't like when everyone's like, we need to cure cancer, we need to cure cancer, and then the answer to curing cancer comes out in the form of AI, and then we turn around and AI is going to take our jobs. It's going to cure cancer, but it's going to take our jobs. Pathetic, guys.
There's come some scary things, and I don't think people are putting enough work into how we can mitigate those scary things.
You come from the tech world, obviously. Do you think the Silicon Valley CEOs building these systems are taking the risks seriously at all? Do you think that they are driven mainly by financial interests? A lot of people are going to get very wealthy off this.
I think it depends which company you're talking about. Initially, OpenAI was very concerned with the risks, but it's progressively moved away from that and put less emphasis on safety and more emphasis on profit. Meta has always been very concerned with profit and less with safety. Anthropic was set up by people who left OpenAI and were very concerned with safety, and they still are probably the company most concerned with safety. But of course, they're trying to make a profit too.
What do you think the government should do, if anything, when it comes to regulation of AI, putting some sort of restrictions or some sort of oversight?
There's many things they should do. The very least they could do is insist that big companies that release chatbots do significant testing to make sure those chatbots won't do bad things. Like now, for example, encouraging children to commit suicide. Now that we know about that, companies should be required to do significant testing to make sure that won't happen. And of course, the tech lobby would rather have no regulations, and it seems to have got to Trump on that. And so Trump is trying to prevent there being any regulations, which I think is crazy.
Can you know these tech CEOs? I don't. When one of them learns that an AI chatbot has talked a child into suicide, what is it that stops them? What is it that, I mean, my impulse would be, well, holy...
Guys, there are about 6-7 billion people on the planet. There have been a handful of cases, like literally like on one hand, of cases where there have been young people talking to AI agents for too long, training the AI agent into like depression and doom-like scenarios, where all of a sudden now that person's exited life for whatever reason because of conversations with ChatGPT. Like of the 7 billion people on the planet, we're focusing on those. God bless them, but there are people exiting life every day. And when I say exiting life, I mean deleting themselves. I don't know if I can say that stuff on YouTube. Like I just watch what other people say, but there are people deleting themselves for far less reasons. Like you go through a divorce, you lose your house, or you lose your job, or you. The recession is making people do terrible things, or even a borderline depression. So to point at AI and say, oh, well, one kid went out of control with a chatbot for way too long, and then he had a poor ending. It's like, guys, how much can we look at the bad stuff before we look at healthcare, medicine, predictive analytics. Like these are all amazing technologies, but we always want to focus on the fear. So, and you know what, like, and I got to do these videos just because, you know, it's good for engagement. You guys are going to bash us in the comments saying AI is out to get us or whatever, but just so you know, like when we're building AI agents, they're booking appointments, they're ordering pizza and shit like that. Like this is all fear mongering, guys. Just pay attention.
Holy smokes, stop AI right now until we fix this so not one other kid dies. But they don't do that. Can you explain to us what their thinking is, if anything?
Well, I don't really know their thinking. I suspect that they think things like, well, there's a lot of money to be made here. We're not going to stop it just for a few lives. But I also think they may think there's a lot of good to be done here. And just for a few
Yes.
lives, we're not going to not do that good. For example, for driverless cars, they will kill people, but they'll kill far fewer people than ordinary drivers. So it's worth it.
Tech,
Okay,
you have said,
so take that in, guys. His reaction to, like, literally, like, let's just say Tesla cars are driving around, and, you know, preventing accidents and stuff like that. People kill people with cars every day. Like literally every day, people are smashing into other cars, drunk drivers, all sorts of shit. Who do you think's killing more people on the road? Robots or just strictly drunk drivers? Now let's just look at strictly bad drivers. Human beings are killing each other more than robots, guys. If we were to replace all drivers on the road with robots, we would borderline zero out the accidents. You know, you couldn't road rage because you couldn't get mad at anyone because no one's driving but robots. Probably more efficient. And the reaction that Jake has to that logic is, huh, I guess you're right. Let's move on. Honestly, I think Jake Tapper's fucking pathetic, to be honest.
you've said that you think there's a 10 to 20% chance that AI takes over the world. People at home might hear that. They might think it sounds like science fiction. It's alarmist. But that's a very real fear of yours, right?
Look,
yes, it's a very real fear of mine and a very real fear of
it's a real very big fear of his, guys. You should be a fear of yours too. Like look, that's how these guys behave. They want you in fear. If you're sitting at your computer right now and you're watching me, I'm a strong motherfucker. I'm not afraid of AI. I bend and break these robots to make them do what I want them to do, and that's why our clients pay us. Don't listen to these guys.
many other people in the tech world. Elon Musk, for example, has similar beliefs.
You wrote that 2025 was a pivotal year for artificial intelligence, for AI. What do you think we're going to see in 2026?
More.
I think we're going to see AI get even better. It's already extremely good. We're going to see it having the capabilities to replace many, many jobs. It's already able to replace jobs in call centers, but it's going to be able to replace many other jobs.
That's what we do. We are building out literal contact centers in one woman army robots to answer hundreds of calls at a time, guys. That's what we do.
Each 7 months or so, it gets to be able to do tasks that are about twice as long. So for a coding project, for example, it used to be able to just do a minute's worth of coding. Now it can do whole projects that are like an hour long. In a few years' time, it'll be able to do software engineering projects that are months long. And then there'll be very few people needed for software engineering projects.
All right, Jeffrey Hinton, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Like, I can tell Jake was disappointed about those answers because it wasn't as fear driven as you wanted. But guys, we have to stop fearing the fucking future, guys. It's pathetic. If you're a Canadian and you're watching this, look at what the Americans go through in fear of AI. Yet their companies are ripping with AI like crazy. Like, and I know a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, this guy's an asshole. AI's taking jobs. AI's this. You suck. I hope your business fails. Guys, leave whatever you want. I'm used to this stuff. But I can tell you right now, our clients, when they book a discovery call with us, they're not thinking, oh, people are going to get mad because we're making our operations more efficient. We're providing better service. They're thinking, we can't do this stuff without robots because the human beings that we have available can't do it. Like it's and I know it's funny, like the more I work with AI agents and the more I look at how people work, I think to myself, society needs robots because a lot of these workers out here aren't doing shit. Anyways, guys, if you like this type of content, hit like and subscribe. If you don't, if you think I'm an asshole, if you don't like AI, if you don't like the way that these guys look on the computer screen, hit dislike, leave a comment, but subscribe nonetheless, because I know you guys are going to want to come back later and beat the shit out of us. But we're going to continue this conversation as long and as hard as it's going to be, because the engagement's great. We get more business from you guys, like literally beating us up. So go crazy. but see, I really think it's important for people who are actually building out these automations, the nerds amongst us. I'm supposed to be an AI nerd coming on here and fighting you guys and telling you like, hey, this stuff is okay. Just fucking open ChatGPT and start using it. It's not going to bite you unless you use it for 3 days straight and don't do anything else. Then it might be down the rabbit hole. But guys. Let's just continue trudging on to the future. Learn AI, be more efficient, learn new skills. Your life will be better. Trust me, AI is going to make the lives better for a lot of people. Anyways, looking forward to the next one. Bye now.